Welcome back to the 10:25 o'clock news, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still Phil Swift.
And I'm still Josephi Kurkowski.
Our first story today comes from Homer, Alaska. The site council is asking residents to approve a year-round sales tax of 0.35% to help pay for the $7.5 million police station. The proposed tax would cover most of the expenses, and the council decided a lower year-round tax would be a better option than a higher seasonal tax. There will be a public hearing on May 14th discussing the new bill.
National news, California becomes the first state to mandate solar panels to be added on all new homes. The mandate will come into effect at the beginning of 2020 and can hopefully make the world a little greener. Their long-term goal is to achieve net zero energy, with there being no difference in energy use versus the green energy produced in the state, which should also encourage other states to follow suit in the future.
In Giles County, Tennessee, a semi-truck with $1 million in cancer treatment drugs was stolen from a gas station. The driver went inside to pay for fuel, and when he returned, the truck was gone. The truck was stolen on Thursday, however, it was found on Friday, but the drugs were not inside. The thief is still at large, and the police are trying to track him down.
We now move to a New Jersey high school that has reported a mystery pooper has been leaving human feces on and around their football field and track on a daily basis. At 5:50 a.m. Monday morning, police finally caught them brown-handed. There was only one issue. The mystery pooper turned out to be none other than the school's superintendent himself. Tremagalini has now resigned from his $147,000 job and is due to pay fines for public indecency and littering.
A 17-year-old high school student of Plano, Texas has been arrested and sentenced 10 years in prison for planning a terrorist attack. Over the past 4 months, Mateen Azizi Urand had been planning his attack inspired by the Islamic State while unknowingly consulting with an undercover FBI agent about his plans. He wanted to target an unnamed school, a Hindu temple, and Stonebriar Center Mall in Frisco, Texas. He said that, quote, "It wasn't about the numbers, it was about sending a message," and had written a letter titled Message to America explaining the reasons for his attack. The 17-year-old had been supplied $1,400 in weapons and supplies because he was not old enough to buy them himself. He will now spend 10 years in prison with a minimum bail of $3 million.
After days of earthquakes, Hawaii's Kului'a volcano is erupting. Lava is rolling over the streets and residential areas across the island, and scientists say it's not stopping anytime soon. We aren't exactly sure what the impacts of the volcano will be in the long term, but we can hope residents near the volcano will evacuate in time.
In world news, North Korea has changed its time zone to be the same as South Korea. This is yet another big step forward in the relationship for these two countries. However, the doomsday clock says that it's still 2 minutes till midnight, but hopefully that will begin to change soon.
Additionally, the North and South Korean women table tennis teams have combined their teams for the semi-finals in the championship against Japan. The last time the Koreas were united in table tennis was 1991, so this proves to be another example of Korean relations improving. For our last segment, we turn to your happy hour host, Ron Burgundy.
Thanks, guys. Here on the Happy Hour, we try to finish the day off on a happy note with some of last week's better news. Recent polls say that dogs have a 99% good boy rating, and the other percent didn't read the question correctly. Corgi butts are still a fan favorite, but our sources say that all dogs are still cute. Let's go to some clips of cute animals with names that I completely made up. Nowadays, you can find your perfect match online through dating websites. But have you ever wanted to match with the perfect dog? Aiden Horwitz, a 13-year-old of Austin, Texas, created the website dogdoordogdon't.org just for that. There you can take a test with questions such as how much free space do you have and how much barking can you put up with in order to match you with a certain type of companion. Right now, this system only works with a shelter in his local area, but I can definitely see the idea taking off and spreading across the nation. We move away from dogs for our last story. In 2009, there were 6.65 unemployed people for every job opening. Now, for the first time ever, there is a job opening for nearly every worker. There are 6.55 million job openings and 6.59 million unemployed people. meaning a 1.01 ratio of workers to open jobs. That's it for the happy hour. All of us here at the 1025 o'clock news thank you for joining us. I'm Ron Burgundy, signing off.